cooking wisdom. I mean, the precautions or the thoughts, what we see, what we be with. So these are the some tips given by some. It's not the tips; it's a wisdom given by Patrij. So these are channeled, I could say, not from any book or from sir. It's directly from Patrij. So before going that, so let us meditate for 5 to 10 minutes, so that we can grasp all this wisdom, right? So first of all, let us cross our legs, clasp our hands. Let us take our posture, crossing our legs, clasping our hands, fingers into fingers, and close your eyes. Now slowly start to relax your body, starting from your foot, your knees, thighs, your stomach. Shoulders are bit down. Relax your shoulders. Relax your back. Neck straight and head straight. Relax your forehead. And center of your eyebrows. Relax your jaws and cheeks. Now slowly start to observe your breath. Now out breath and in breath. Connect to the conscious within. The greater consciousness. That connects with the higher consciousness, your overself. The consciousness of the universe. Silently. Let us observe what's going on within us. Being in an observer state. Tap those highest knowledge that is already existing in us. That silence is a place where we meet our soul. Silence is a place where we can hear our inner voice, soul's voice. a voice which guides us, which leads us towards our soul purpose. The last 5 minutes. Ignore all the thoughts. Most of our thoughts are created from illusions that we undergo. Try to listen your own voice, the true voice. It's not the mind. Last 2 more minutes. Last 1 minute. Last 10 seconds. Now slowly unlock your fingers and place them over eyes for 5 seconds, friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Now gently open your eyes. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you. And welcome all to the session. Yeah. Thank you. If at all, if you want to still continue meditating, you can continue, or else you can just open your eyes. So yeah, this is art and science, cooking. So these are the steps which these are the wisdom which Patrij sir has shared. And while I was cooking, while I was in the kitchen, so slowly one day, so each day wisdom flowed from Patrij sir. So it's not in meditation, but in actual conscious state. So this is how, it is linked with each and every my own experience. And later Sar used to correct, me, and he taught me how to do in a right way, how to think in a right way. So coming to like So I have to share my own experience relating to this wisdom. So coming one day, so while I was cooking, it's not like one day I have received all these wisdom, but it's like a continuous process. It's like continuously, I could say, like 1 week. So 1 week, or his consciousness, and there was there with his consciousness. So what happened is, one day while I was adding salt to the dish, so the salt bottle was almost, it is running out. So only I could see only a spoon, or one and a half, or the spoon left. So what I usually do is, when it is completely finished or completely run out, so I used to clean that bottle, or clean that box, and I used to refill. So I generally do this. I used to refill that later. So what happened is, on that day, so that salt bottle, it's around the salt bottles is like a small amount of salt left around that. So what I was doing, it's going to get wasted. So I was scraping all those the walls of that bottle. So then immediately a strong voice, which I never expected at that moment. So like a strong voice came, I don't know from where, but I could hear, I could sense that strong command. So are you going to stop that scrapping? He is like it's very strong, I could say. So I don't know from where it came. So I was in bit surprised, and always like in shock. So I kept that bottle, and just ideally I was standing there. Then I sensed that it is from Patrij sir. So it's from Patrij sir, because I can feel his consciousness very strong. He's like, I feel like he's just beside me, or behind, or in me. I'm cooking with him. I'm there with him. So his presence, I could strongly feel his presence. So then he said, no, stop that. No, don't ever. Then he started to explain. So Patrij sir had started to explain. Don't never use that whatever it is running out. So never use from the bottom, whether it is from the box, or whether it is from the bottle or anything. Never use from the bottom. What happened is, it's like, it's not from abundance. Abundance is what we should feel, is from the thought level. So transfer that into a small bowl. So use a new packet. So use from the full one, or mostly more than half. So you don't use from the bottom. So immediately I was feeling a bit nervous, and don't know. Then immediately I took the new packet from the shelf, and I used at that moment. So what he meant to say, actually, is, uh, cooking or whatever the thoughts we do, unknowingly we go into that lax state unknowingly. So we are not like consciously we are doing. So unknowingly we go into that lax state. So what sir has said is, always cook from the abundance. So what is abundance? Abundance is not, so these are the third words. So abundance is not what you see in the quantity level, in the materialistic in a way, or in the materials in a larger quantity, but abundance is what you should, it should come from your thought. So abundance in thought level. So whatever it is running out, or could be it's or like vegetables or any ingredients. So while you are cooking, always your state must be in abundance. So in a similar way, maybe the next day, or there are only like a few vegetables left, like a couple, like two varieties of vegetables only left. So we are about to get from Indian store. So usually they bring those fresh vegetables on weekly twice or thrice. So I used to go on those days. So it's actually like tomorrow. Think that, imagine that tomorrow I have to, I must go there. So while I was cooking, so I could see only 2 varieties of vegetables in my fridge. So I thought, how could I cook with only these two? Maybe if I have no, like a few more varieties, I can make some delicious food, varieties of food. Then I was thinking by opening that fridge door, and I was thinking, looking at the vegetable, I was thinking, gosh, maybe I could get some more vegetables. So then immediately again, sir has said, so never, never ever think like that. What happens is here what he is teaching to us is, whatever you have, whatever it is present at that moment, give your best. So give your whatever, give your best means you have to create from that. So when you go in that lack state, that no, we are not having this, we are not having this is the lack state. So when you go in that state, so it's like a lower vibration. So you are stopping your creation. So when you are in an abundant state, then you can create well. So you have to be, you must become a creator. And food is a creation. So what we are doing here, taking vegetable, like a one shape, a vegetable, and we are transforming it into another form, right? That means unknowingly, so like we are creating something from that vegetable, whatever it is, in whatever the recipe is, but we are creating. So the creation should come from abundance, not from the lack state. So when you are in a lack state, you can't create and you can't even think about it. So when I corrected myself at that moment, so I prepared a dish which I never tried, which I never prepared in my, in my all these years. So that dish turned into a new a delicious dish, and even my family also, they loved that. So this is what, so we limit, we limit ourselves, we limit our thoughts through our thoughts, and we are not going into that creation side. So in our families, what we see is we cook with one vegetable, we take that vegetable, and all the generations and generations, what we see is that vegetable we cook with only one type of recipe. So we don't try for a, we don't try, we like mindfully we think that we will fix that this vegetable must cook only in this way. But no, we have to think out of the box. So daily, so what sir has said, daily you have to experiment with the food, daily you have to experiment with the vegetables, with the ingredients you have. It's not like too many varieties, but with one vegetable, with one variety, so with one type of vegetable, how can you create, how can you even do better than the past, better than yesterday? So this is the, so this he taught about abundance in cooking and in creating, and also in our thought level. And next day, that maybe he's like I was preparing some snacks. So what is my work is done, so all my family, they had, and it's my turn. So before that, before preparing that snacks, I kept one plate as a lid on one of the, one of the boxes. So what I thought, I what I went some like lazy, I could say. So we have to take from the cupboard, so it is very handy, right? So I can take this plate. So while I was, I was serving on that plate for myself. So then immediately, then again, sir, like, is a strong voice, are you not having more plates in your home? Are you not having any more plates? So only this plate is left for you. So I was just a bit shaking with that plate. I don't know what to do. Oh, okay, sir. Then I placed that again on that box. So took another flesh plate. So here, like we have whatever we need, we have that. So, but we are not using that. So use everything that we have in a best way. And this is like another example that we can say. And next day, immediately the next day, what sir has taught is like I was about to take one session, about to host one session. So it's like I'm in rush, I'm in hurry because I have to cook food and again I have to go for the session. So while I was so I didn't had breakfast, so I prepared some smoothie with fruits, and I was having that smoothie, and I was cooking at the same time. So I was drinking that and cooking at the same time. Then sir has said, "No, stop that. So don't do at a time. Either you take it, either you drink, or you have to cook, but not both at a time." So then he said, then what he said is, so I stopped cooking. Then I at the same place in the kitchen itself, I'm having my smoothie. Then sir said, no, go and sit and have that juice, sit and have that. So because here the food we take in, we have to be conscious about what we are taking, and we have to connect with the food. It's not like hurriedly we have to fill our stomach, hurriedly we are intaking all the food, about whether it is whatever it is, whether it is we think that is we are only drinking them, but no, whether we are drinking even from even water also, what sir has said, you have to sit and drink water, not like standing. So then how much time it will take for you? Maybe 2 minutes or 5 minutes. There is enough time. Go and sit. So then I did the same. So here, like the two things is happening. I'm not consciously having my food, and I'm not conscious at cooking. So cooking always have to be in a mindful way, in a conscious way, in a conscious manner. So when we cook consciously, so like mindfully, we have like in a thoughtless state. And another important point what sir has shared is, so he simply said one line, how you meditate, we have to cook the food in the same way. How you meditate, you must cook the food in the same way. So how we meditate, so we try to observe our breath, and we try to be in that thoughtless state. So cooking food, also like preparing, is also a meditation. So we have to cook in a thoughtless state. So what mindfully? So then I asked her how how it is possible. So mindfully, how to connect with that food. So then sir has said, and in meditation, you observe your breath. And here, what you have to do, connect with your hand, with your hand. Your eye and hand both must be in align. So wherever your hand goes, take your side there. So wherever you steer or we do something, so go with your hand. So whatever you're doing, observe it. And here what we have to do is we have to just observe what we are doing. Like this is how no simply he made it so simple. So sir has made so simple that no eye to hand connection. And next coming is conscious of pay attention on steering. So how you steer the food, how it is going, and the bubbles it is coming, and everything. And before that, when you're chopping vegetables, so we should not say cut. So chop vegetables. So he never used the word cut, because it's not the right way that we have to use with the vegetables. So vegetables must chop. We have to use the word chopping. So while you're chopping the vegetables, you have to connect with that vegetable. So not only in cooking, so while we are the pre process of what we cook, the pre process, whatever we chop vegetables or getting the ingredients, you have to connect with that vegetable. So place that vegetable and the knife, hand and connection with the vegetable. So consciously consciously chopping that vegetable in a equal sizes, each piece must be in equal size. That's a big task for me, because since I started to chop these vegetables, I never had the same size pieces, because a little difference definitely it will be there. So I thought, sir, it is a big task for me. So how can I didn't had experience of getting the same sizes. So sir has said, because you are not conscious at that time, now you have to be conscious. So try to chop that vegetable consciously. So when I chop that no when I'm trying to do that, so to my surprise, for the first time, all the sizes, all the vegetable pieces that came into equal size. So why it is important to chop in equal sizes? So the way we chop the vegetable, it will have certain energy. Each piece have certain energy. So the shape gives equal energy to the food. So when the size differs, so one piece that will overcook, or the other it is like undercook. So for that large piece to cook, we generally take some, it will take some time. But in that process, what will happen? The rest of the pieces, they will overcook. So energy, it's not like equally distributing in the dish. Food is all about energy. So, and also he said how to connect with the vegetables. It's like show your gratitude. You have to pay gratitude to that vegetable, because it is giving you the strength, energy. It is transforming itself into an energy which is giving you your strength, or what we can say, like we are satisfying with that vegetable. So this is how. So pay attention while chopping, and pay attention and pay gratitude to that vegetable, and all in an equal sizes. And while cooking, we have to be mindful, very mindful, because friends, all our emotions, cooking, it's we should not like grantedly we take like cooking, it's a normal duty or a normal work. But it's so much of energy transformation happens in like cooking, and also that the food we take in, that kind of food. So with disturbance or certain emotions, or no while we talk, while we converse with others on phone, so we are getting distracted from our own self, and we are not concentrating on that cooking, on that dish. So what happens is, whatever we are feeling, the energy transfers into that food. Whatever we feel, we don't know that, but all this food is an exchange of energy. So it takes that energy, the food, whatever the emotions, whatever we feel. And here, when we are suppose we always used to think about the future or the past. So when we are in that past, or any unwanted emotion, the thing that any unwanted emotion is going, so or we are going through something which is not a right way, which is a lower vibration, so that food takes in. And whoever eats that food, so even whoever eats that food, that energy triggers their own lower vibrations. So they are getting triggered through this food. So, and also think about us. We keep on change. We change from moment to moment. So our thoughts change, our frequencies change. So we are not happy while we are not happy, or while we are not conscious about cooking. So and next moment, when we are taking in that food, we generally won't be in the same level of thought, same frequency while we cook. So we change. So definitely will be. So for example, if I am happy later on, so while I'm taking that food, what happens in me is, I am getting triggered with my own emotions, with that energy. So always we have to cook mindfully, like, it's like experience. So when I tried from that day, so cooking mindfully, like chopping vegetables out of feeling so gratitude for Mother Earth and for that vegetable, because it's giving me energy, it's giving energy to my family. So really the food is turning into a not only delicious but in a good energy way. And this comes to while cooking, and also be conscious about eye to hand contact, and also to vegetables, and also equal pieces. And next, coming to another day, it's my habit. So while cooking, I used to I taste that food a little quantity. So I take in that spoon, and I just place on my hand and used to taste, and again wash my hand. I used to cook. So then what happened on that day? I generally blow. Take that food. I generally blow to get it cool down. So then I could taste it. So what happened is I am blowing. Hey, we blow that. Like when blowing. So sir said, no, stop that doing. What happens is when you blow, the bacteria, which is not a good bacteria from our mouth, right? So that bacteria is going to get in that food. You are taking in the same bacteria, and also if you are using the same spoon or same spatula in that food, even the food is contaminated with that bacteria. So don't never ever blow anything which is hot, or wait for some time. Let it get cool. Let it get into a normal temperature. Wait, either you can, if you can handle that hot food. Yes, if you are interested, if you like that food in a hot food, then you can go, because this bacteria, it will contaminate all the food, and all the family members and whoever eats that food, even they are getting that same bacteria. So what he said is, so how can, then I asked, how can I do that? So I can't wait for long, no. So and then he said, just move the spatula here and there, just move up and down, or just rounds, no bit rounds. He explains everything. I was a bit surprised. No, he do like this, move your hand. So then when I started, within 1 minute, right, within a minute, it gets cool. So then I started, then I changed that habit. So if you're drinking coffee or tea or anything hot food, just wait for it, don't blow. And even for kids, for small kids, generally the mothers or whoever they are feeding, they just blow that spoon or that food, and they feed the kids. But no, we should not. So, and that's another point. And coming to the how, before cooking the food, sir has strictly said you have to bath, you have to take shower before you cook food, always. So what happens is, if we take shower, if we take like bath and we cook, our physical body will have certain energy, will have certain aura. Everyone, we all have that aura. So when you cleanse, when you clean your body, when you shower, take shower, the aura will get cleansed. So two things he said. After taking shower, if you have time, can meditate. So shower and meditation, then cook, then go for cooking. So what happens, it's like it's so like uh, good. But if you are not having time, at least you must have shower. So after shower, definitely we will change our clothes, the washed or the whatever, with the clean no dresses, we can cook. So the bacteria in your dress also won't transfer into that food. So he said that, uh, and the next day, what happened is, I was cooking, after he said, whatever I am following all the wisdom, whatever sir has shared. and the food is the food is cooking, so the food is on the stove, and it will take some time. So I thought, why not I take some break. So I came to the hall, and I was checking all my messages, phone messages. Then sir has like big voice, so he said, now run into the kitchen. Don't leave the kitchen until you complete food, until you complete cooking the food, Then immediately I literally, I said, today I didn't place myself, I threw myself on the sofa, and I ran into the kitchen. So because it was so strong, so he said, you should never leave the kitchen until you finish your work. So what here happened is, my energies, or whatever our energies, they will get distracted. We are not putting all our conscious energy, all our 100% energies to that food, but we are getting distracted. That's not the way. Of course it is taking time, but I have to be in the kitchen. I have to always be near the food. So he said, like, okay. So then I started to stay there. And next day, what happened is, it's about potatoes. So sir likes potatoes, I guess. So I was peeling off, and chopping everything. I placed in that cooking dish and cooking vessel. So I generally won't use high flame. As a medium or low flame. Then in the meantime, I used to do some other work. But sir has said, I was doing in the kitchen, because he said not to come out of the kitchen. So I thought maybe I can do some other work. Then immediately sir has, come here, stop that doing work, come here, and place that flame in a high flame, put it in a high flame, and continuously he made me to steer that potatoes. No, sir, in the meantime also I said, sir, my hand is hurting, so can I stop? Said, no, come on, come on, steer here and there, here and there. So continuously, and within 10 minutes, what happened is, like my no that aloo fry, or what is the potato curry, is completed in 10 minutes. And also, he no before he said to chop that chop that in equal pieces. So, and each and every piece of the potato turned into very golden color, and all sides, not even one side on the other side is not undercooked. No, everything, all the four sides, or maybe 8 sides, all the sides is cooked well in the golden color, and it tasted it tasted so delicious. And this is what, so some we need attention, some dishes need attention, and we have to know how we have to know the process, which vegetable needs high flame, or which vegetable needs low flame. So we have to know that, and there is science behind everything. Overcooked vegetables won't have any energies. And most importantly, the dry ones we use, the dry ones, not the wet ones, the dry ones. When it is undercooked or when it is overcooked, all the energy level will be very low. And next, coming to our phone, we are so much used to our gadgets, like whenever it's like grantedly we take in. So we talk, or we listen. I used to listen while cooking. It's like we say, like time saving. So some sessions we don't attend, some sessions we miss, some sessions, so the recorded ones I used to hear, and I used to cook parallelly. So then I myself realized that I'm not able to concentrate on the words on the session, and I'm not able to concentrate on cooking. So I stopped that, and I instead of that sessions, I used to play some classical music. Like that I used to hear, and I used to cook. So sir said, stop that, even stop that. Cell phone is not allowed in kitchen, because So you have to cook in a silence. You have to cook in silence. Put all your consciousness, put all your energies in the food you cook, because the music, even the music, you are getting distracted. It's not like you are enjoying the music, but at the same time, all your presence is not in that work. So never cook in a silence. Cook in silence. So and after that, I stopped. Taking my phone into the kitchen. And lastly, he said, uh, cook the food as if you are cooking for me. Imagine if Patrij sir or whoever guru or whatever we beloved one comes to our house. So we cook so without of respect, and also we cook so consciously. So treat everyone like as you treat me. So cook the food daily. You have to cook the food as if you're cooking for me. You're preparing that for me. So it's like totally my thought completely changed while cooking food. All this wisdom, when we be with that wisdom from the masters, whoever the master, when we be with that wisdom, we are connecting with their consciousness, friends. So like I'm enjoying cooking. So previously I used to think like cooking is just a work. It's a daily routine work. But no, cooking I'm enjoying now. I can, like, every day I'm thinking out of the box. So how I can cook this vegetable, how I can cook this in a better way. And next he said about multitasking. So multitasking is not only we have so many burners on the stove, like 4 or 5 these days. But sir has said how many dishes you can prepare varieties. Okay, but finish one dish and go for the other one. So parallelly, don't cook at a time. So don't cook here and don't go there, because you're getting distracted. You're getting distracted, and you're getting confused also. So we know we are practiced very well in doing multitasking. But sir has said, put your energies in one food, one variety. If it is completed, if it is getting completed, it is about to get ready, then transfer it into another top or the stove on the burner. So next do another one, then start another one. And also don't take all the vegetables. If you are cooking for, imagine if you are preparing two or three varieties, we take from the fridge all the vegetables which we are going to do on that day. So sir said, take only that vegetable which you are preparing at the current moment. That means whether if I am going to cook some like salad, so whatever the salad, I'm preparing some salad, for example. So whatever the ingredients you need for that salad, take that. And if it is completed, then put it aside and take another vegetable from the fridge or from the cupboard or wherever. So like, don't place, let the platform be neat and tidy every time. So, and also like multitasking, we should not do like multitasking. And one day what happened is, these sessions I'm like bit tensed on the day. I'm feeling anxiety, I have to complete this. I don't know I can complete within that given time or not, because I have to attend that session, because it's me, I have to share the wisdom part. So then what sir has said, now stop that anxiety. Stop that feeling anxiousness. Your anxiety, all your tension is transforming in that food. And whoever takes, they also feel that anxiousness. So don't ever cook in that anxiety even. So yes, we are preparing mindfully, we are in that kitchen, everything, but always we have to check our emotion. Not only the thought, we have to check our emotions as well. So come and prepare for start bit early, 10 minutes or half an hour early. Take your time. be always, and you have to enjoy while cooking. And this is what all the wisdom sir has shared. And for whole week, like I felt like he's beside me. And even one day I asked her, when I was stepping into the, because no, I don't know, sir, are you there in the kitchen, or you, because whatever, he's ready to correct us. So thank you so much, friends. This is all about being aware while we are preparing dishes, or while we are cooking for our family. Not only for us, uh, we are transforming, we are giving that energies to that food, and also to our family members. Always we have to cook at a higher vibration, with a peaceful and mindful cooking, right? So thank you so much. Thank you, Madhugaru. And thank you so much, Madhugaru and Ram sir, so for giving this opportunity to share on this platform, because this is sir's message to share on this platform, Beam platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sarada. And yeah, as usual, a wonderful, wonderful wisdom. And listening it to the second time, I've heard it in Telugu, and cupping in English is really wonderful for the friends who don't understand Telugu. It's really a gift, whatever you have shared to all of us. These are the very important points while cooking, and when we have to be mindful of that act when we are cooking. And I should say that I have learned cooking from Patrij sir in 2010 when he visited our place, and I was really scared to cook for at least two people. He's the one who without saying anything, without saying you have to do this or do that, he was the one, by his actions, by his doing, I have understood, okay, a master should cook like this. A master should be aware when he's doing something, and the precision of cutting each and every vegetable, and the chopping of each and every vegetable. I mean, like, it has to be in that manner, as you said. So there are a lot of lessons that we have learned. And cooking is not just like, as a woman, we think that we want to finish the cooking fast, and we want to come back and relax. It's not like that. The cooking is really an energy. The food that you're cooking is like you're feeding that energy to entire family. So how one should be when we are doing that. So we have to be really mindful of all these things. So thank you so much, Sharda, for bringing this important lessons to all of us, so that we can all put it into practice. Yeah.
Thank you. And also, one more I missed, friends. Like one day, it's about coriander leaves. So it's completely, it's like I have only could say like few strands of that coriander stems, like coriander leaves. So I thought like to take part, to separate that. So I have very little quantity on that day, because the next day, or it's like not like, just you go and get some vegetables here in my place. So we have to have certain plan to go to, we have to plan. So in that we thought like, okay, maybe couple of after maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we thought like going to that store. So I thought like, okay, let me separate this corianders, and then in that 4 or 5 strands left, I thought today I use half, and next day and tomorrow afternoon we thought I going evening, maybe next day or day after day evening. So I just separated, I just put stored from other for next day. So sir immediately sir has said, why are you doing that? No, how that saving thought came into your mind? whatever you have, whatever it is the correct, correct quantity for the dish in the present moment. So be in the present moment. Don't think like you have to store, you have to save for the next day. So no, add all that coriander to that dish. Definitely you will get tomorrow. So I thought, so forget about the tomorrow. I have to add all these leaves into that dish. So it is not planned. We never thought to go out. So on that evening, so we went for some other work. But while we are returning to home, unknowingly we are we are passing over in that Indian store. So then I thought, okay, let me get that. So it is not planned. At that moment when I saw that Indian store, then I remembered. So I need to get some the coriander fresh bunch from that store. So yes, before the other day afternoon itself, sir has said, you will get, don't afraid though. So don't be in that thought, you will get more. But but the universe, sir has said, universe is giving you more, but with your thought you are stopping that saving, you are stopping that is the lack, the lack feeling. So and yes, the evening itself I had a new fresh bunch. And this experience, this type of experience, related, I experienced it with other things as well. So never go into that lack feeling, friends. And also don't it's like it's a greedy thought. We don't know that we are in that thought, but it's like we have to know how to use, and we have to know what is that we have to save. So it's completely different. And also the next, and also recently also, yes, recently what happened is, while I'm cooking, every time, I don't know, it comes to the salt. So I place that salt bottle there. I'm using, like with a spoon from there. So I thought it is not necessary to hold that bottle, and again we have to, it is nearby. So I'm just using the spoon and placing in that, I'm adding that salt into that dish. Then sir has said, hold that bottle. What is the other hand is doing? Hold the bottle in your left hand. Place that near the dish, whatever you are cooking. So whether the vessel or anything. So place that near. Then add with respect. So what is the crumbs, the salt crumbs or whatever it is? It is, it's falling down. It's like getting wasted. Don't waste. So here waste is something different, and that waste is something different, right? So there is a big thin line. We have to understand that. So after that, like I am holding that bottle, just placing before that dish, and I'm adding that, whatever it is, right? So thank you. Thank you all, friends.
Thank you, Sharda. This reminds me of sharing one more experience. I think in Egypt, we had been to one place for some sessions out of Cairo, and there we were cooking breakfast. And after, when we were eating, I asked Patrij that, Patrij, what should we cook for the lunch? Then he said, see, when we are eating breakfast, let's eat breakfast. Let's not think about the lunch. That comes later. That comes before, when we are ready, we can sort it out what all vegetables we have. Then we can cook with that vegetables. But when we are doing something, when we are eating a breakfast, or when we are cooking a breakfast, do not think about your lunch or dinner. Okay, I have to cook this or I have to cook that. He had that day I've realized that okay. We have to think only now. Okay, now is the time for breakfast. Now is the time for lunch. Now is the time for dinner. That's it. No pre-planning that, okay, it has to be this, and like no, not too much thinking should be done of what has to be done in the future. So yeah, that is also one thing that I've learned.
Thank you. And the same thing, happened couple of days back, Madhu garu. So it's I was about to sleep. I was about to go to bed, and next day I was thinking what I have to prepare for my daughter for a school lunch. So sir, sir, we don't know. I don't know. Like every time he watches all of us, he has an eye on us, I think. So sir has said, now you are going to sleep, meditate and sleep. So when you wake up tomorrow, then you think what you have to prepare. You will prepare. Definitely you will prepare anything. So first you go to bed, calm with a peace of mind. Don't ever think tomorrow what you are going to cook tomorrow. The same thing happened. So thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, friends. Thank you so much, India ji. Thank you. Yes, friends, anyone would like to share, you can unmute, or else we can meet in the evening. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Namaste, Sarada garu.
Namaste, sir.
So, very beautiful wisdom on the art and science of cooking. I somehow felt these are life and soul lessons from kitchen. So it was very nice as you kept on sharing. Somewhere in the middle of the session, this came to it. Says, hey, this is not just about cooking. These are life and soul lessons from kitchen. And it is as if we were reliving again few of the experiences with Patrij when he was in the kitchen. I think I know he's more passionate in cooking. When I have learned a lot seeing him in the kitchen. So lot of wisdom that came through, lot of lessons that came through today. Very beautiful. And as you were sharing as well, there was this aspect of be aware on your hand and your eyes, how to become aware, how to become conscious. So suddenly I realized, because I was noting down all these points, and then I realized, let me be aware of my hand that is writing. And I suddenly realized the energy transformed as I was writing. So that was one thing. And as these lessons are not just to listen, but rather to apply. So when you are talking about the coriander leaves, 2 pages have completed and I was almost at the end line, and I knew I need to write just 3 words. I thought I will squeeze into that. Then immediately I felt, well, I need to apply about what you are just now talking. So I just turned the page, I started writing, and few more wisdom flown through. So it is very important that whatever we listen now, this is not about cooking, and spirituality is not just about meditating or listening discourses. It is to understand that spirituality is life itself. Every aspect of life is spirituality. And that is why here we are not listening about soul's journey, what is happening pre-birth, after birth. Here we are talking about cooking. It is as important as greater spiritual wisdom that we think about. It is the same with writing, reading, seeing, listening, talking, walking, everything. So we have to bring spirituality into every aspect of life. Spirituality is nothing but being open, being conscious, however we want to see it. And then the other aspect is cook as you cook to your guru or to your favorite person, to that aspect. And sudden connection that came through was, that is why there had been in the past the aspect of offering as prasad in the home to whatever God's photo you have. you just go and give it. So basically your parents or mother who is cooking, she is cooking with an intention that this is going to God. Again, this whole lesson is falling in there. So many things are there in um, today's life and soul lessons from kitchen. So thanks a lot, and thanks to Patriji. I could just feel he was just here, and yes, it is a reminder, because eventually we tend to go back to little things that we unconsciously used to do, and this is a reminder, and we have to keep on being, keep on implementing that we know is right thing to do. And that is how, once we do one right thing, the next right thing is just in front of us. So it is never an ending. It is just a continuation. Only when we start with the first thing, the second thing continues or starts. So thanks a lot, Shardagar. Very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. And definitely, yes, it's a soul lessons, a very apt name selected, sir. And so, yes, no, Atmaram we say, no. So whatever the food we take in, it's also connecting to our soul. Yes. It's a soul connection, friends. Thank you, Patrij. Mamtaji.
Namaste, Shardaji.
Namaste, Mamtaji.
Namaste, Masters. What you told was Patriji's message. It is so truthful to experience. And every day, my son and myself, we do prayers while we sit to take the breakfast, to have the breakfast or lunch or any food we take in. So these are all the process, means from the elders, from so many years, they have done these practices to know and to feel that everything, every situation, every minute has a soul, and we have to respect them and we have to love them. And these are the systems they have done. So when we observe our culture, that what the elders have done and what gurus have to told us, and what the parents used to tell, when we observe those, the methods, what we have to do regularly, means always we must connect to the divinity. That's the main purpose what they have done. So it's a very good experience to eat. There are some shlokas, that is mantras, to have before we have to chant and take the food. So those are so beautiful vibrations. And whenever we go somewhere, and when there is some effective, maybe negative, or maybe any vibration, it all clears, and all the food, it becomes divine. And a deepest gratitude to each and everyone who are connected to that food. These are all the connections, what it goes on. They are so sensitive, and those methods are so beautiful. So when we understand each and every one, we can experience every situation. Today also morning, I was somewhat disturbed with my husband. So immediately it came like that. Mamta, observe what you are speaking. See your body language. See what you're thinking. Watch your emotions. See, when we connect to the meditation and when we go on practicing these all spiritual practices, it awakens us. That light is open naturally. It won't leave us to do some mistakes, or it will be correcting us, and it will show the right path to move on. So we must stick on to the practices at the basic level, And when we go on learning lessons and when we go on completing all the situations, it will be open up for a universal love. That also we can experience. See, every step we must be aware. That's the greatest lesson. And thanks to meditation, thanks to universe. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mamtaji. Thank you so much. Yes, whatever. But like coming days, we are what Ram sir has also shared. We are forgetting about all this, but it's like reminding all this. Thank you so much, Mamtaji. Rakshan, you are mute before.
Thank you so much, Shardaji. I was waiting for this because I was always, I was so interested in knowing how to cook and everything, but a lot more wisdom came and more, not just cooking, a lot more wisdom. You gave us a lot more wisdom than that. I learned quite a lot today. And also I kind of remember when I moved into this house and was buying stuff, I always felt something strong within me telling, you got to buy the best stuff. Like, it's so ingrained with looking at the price tags and all that. But when I moved into this house, really there was something within me which was calling, no, I should definitely not do that. I think I had mostly somewhere some message was very strongly coming through me that I got to buy the best products, definitely not looking at the price tags at all this time. So now I understand it more, and how this lag things are like ingrained in us, and how we got to come out of it and think in abundance. Thank you so much for today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, Rakshan. First of all, I have to thank you as well, for exchanging or what, for giving this session, the opportunity today. Thank you so much, Rakshan. Thank you. Yes, friends. Thank you, Mridulaji and again Raji. Thank you, Indraji.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Saradaji. Thank you. It is a very good session, not just on art of cooking. It is also a very good session, I take it, on living mindfully, on mindfulness. Whatever you do, the message I take is, whatever you do just do that at that moment in time, mindfully. Mindful living. That's the message you give me. Thank you, Saradaji.
Thank you, Indraji. Thank you. Yeah, grateful to Patrij sir. So how he is taking care of everyone, I could say. Thank you. So thank you, friends. So shall we end the session? Varun?
Yes, Sharda, we can end the session. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Thank you, friends. Namaste and bye.
Namaste.